So one of the problems, Internet, in the world map of Ultros that I have gone on and on about how good it is that one of the things that it does not do is show you zone connections. Obviously, it shows you the actual links between them, but it's only if you go to the area map that you will actually see that, oh, actually, this room here connects to the refinery. And it is only because I spent some time just trying to figure out where the hell I'm supposed to be going. That I have discovered this. Because I'm literally out of options. No. Oh, fuck's sake. The goddamn backdash in the air. So I assume... No. No, just... What? Why would you think I want to do that? I'm just holding up on the D-pad. If this was just a stick issue, I actually wouldn't mind as much, but it's not. It's doing it on the D-pad as well. Controls are just not good enough for the kind of precision the game is asking. Oh. Ignore you. Oh. Oh. Compost map for Pantheon. So I guess I'm standing... Yeah. Okay. We have made it. Oh. Oh. Okay, this is dropping me... Oh? Oh, okay. This is the proper entrance. It just so happens to be like the fourth or third entrance that we found, which is a bit weird. In which case... What is... God, the controls on this are so bad. Oh, okay. That's where... that is. I don't know how the game has released with controls that are this rough. Oops. No, come back. Ah! Shit. Oh. Okay, save point. Yeah, in terms of the time that I've now spent on this game, it's got to be something to do with the plants. No. Do I need to splice something to it? Ah, can I influence the way it's going? Is that what's going on here? Right, well, if that is what's supposed to be going, then will this just go straight up? Ah, okay. So it's... right. Okay, so that gets us through that, which gets us to this, which means that we can have a second one for here. And does that mean that I can... Right, so they will grow together if you let them. Okay. And then we plant in this one. Maybe there's just a specific order we're supposed to go in? So we can go up, or... Alright, that just links us over there. You know, this is a novel mechanic, don't get me wrong, but the controls on the thrust are bad. And again, it's... Changer? Who goes there? Oh, hello. Timunyushu. He who is determined welcomes you, stranger. I am Brunzon. Nata, High Sugyoff from Natia. Tell me, how did you experience traversing through the Gega? Did you feel its dormant potential? No? Perhaps just a faint pulse of its former vitality? Mark the ripples of my radular membrane, and I will dredge up whatever secrets lie within this elusive substance. From the bridge deck, I scan its flow, monitor its density, and log every shadow of a pattern. Now, you'll have to excuse me. A task of such Herculean proportions requires a Nartian focus. Okay. Brunzon. Obscured powers at unknown levels, so he's probably going to be our boss in this area. Oh. You're here. And you're surrounded by sparkles. Huh. Okay, well, technically we could just do this area right now then. And that would actually, essentially complete the game because we've only got one more. Okay, another bar seed. So these are a kind of a precious resource in this particular zone. Could we get through there? Yeah, there's clearly a lot more of this zone just based on the placement of things. Could we? Yeah, okay. Oh. What's the point of this? Is this just so that we can get some spare? Oop. No. There's probably something at the top of this room, isn't there? Probably something at the top of this room. I think then we probably need to not go that way. At some point. What the hell? I find it interesting that there's no save points up here, but there is a load of stuff above us. Right, we're dealing with you, and I'm assuming we will get a new power, and I'm assuming it's going to be that sprayer one. What this will do for us, don't know. Extractor acquired. Sprayer. A long-forgotten utility program modified to spray nutritionally imbued gas that plants seem to react to. This plant experimentation vaned from the public interest. Vaned? This modification fell into oblivion. Okay. Stems are shivering. Leaves are rustling. Yeah. Hence horns whisper, nay roar. The seal is breached. And the last of the Shamisal has fallen. I am the chalice, and I will stop this sojourner if it is the last thing I do. Changer? What is the meaning of this reckless behaviour? That artifact was already in the immediate area when the upgrade modules for the refinery got put together. I decided to keep it on the bridge deck for good luck and to compare its energy signature with the Gega. Not even once did I think about subjecting it to brute force. Was the Gega inside? Okay. I must compare the energy signatures to see how it all fits in the Gega puzzle. Sprite in his face, okay. Treasure. What did I expect? That it would actually bring me luck? It did not even quiver enough for a proper analysis. You have distracted me from my work long enough, stranger. He was determined to bid you farewell. Okay. So that is our... I can't imagine this is going to interact with anything that's blurry, because that's all background stuff. And that's how I've deliberately set it up. Ooh, I think there's a thing up there, isn't there? Hold on. Yes. Oh, we've got out into the stars. Right. Is this just... I'm assuming this is just scenery. That's a bold assumption, actually. It might fall... Wanamo! Okay, so that just links us up like that. Okay. So, I'm thinking that if I put an Umbara here, that I can use this sprayer I can use the sprayer to shift things. Again, a very interesting mechanic with the game's usual complete lack of explanation. That's how we get up there. I understand. Okay, so we need to... Oh god, we can make it draw, essentially. It's kind of like it's got stuck underneath us. That's an issue. Oh, there we go. Oh, what? Oh, we're getting pushed by the flow is what's happening. Right, so we need to... Can we get it to... Huh. Okay, so it doesn't always... So sometimes it does and sometimes it doesn't, and good luck knowing which it's going to be. Is that what we're getting at here? Again, consistency has not been the game's strong suit when it comes to its mechanics. And it continues to be a shame because the game has got so many cool ideas, but it's like sometimes this will work, sometimes it won't. Would you like to be able to know which and when? Tough. Okay, so am I supposed to make this one grow down? Apparently, yes. So is it growing down the nutrients? That's very finicky. That's like super finicky. No, I'm just going to focus on... I hit... I hit the dodge button. Okay, we're now here. Okay, we're not getting that way because the currents... Okay, we need to grow a plant over this way then. Or not. Okay. Well, another save pod, so... What are they called? Stasis chambers? I'm sorry the commentary is not very interesting, but... there's not a lot that's, you know, fun and exciting happening here. Ah. Boss arena. I do not recall when I last was this far from the bridge deck. But the havoc wreaked by that relic device of yours led me down here. Once you activated it properly, my equipment honed in on its energy signature. And suddenly, the innards of the broken artifact, my good luck piece, responded to the signature from your device. You tried to withhold a crucial piece of the Giga puzzle from me. Yes, I certainly did. So you think you can just turn your back on me and walk away? And suffer the consequences. Hire Sugajoff Brunzon. Let's make sure we've got some healing on. Not that it's going to make a huge amount of difference. Ow. Ugh. Right, that just hits him down. Is that it? My journey changes. May the sanctified ovum of Nartia receive me gently. Defeat higher sugar off runs on. We could probably get this up to him and make him friendly on another run. But the whole process has proven incredibly dull. So I'm just going to hand this in. I suspect we're going to get a final boss or some kind of ending. Such ominous tremors. Almost like the whole sarcophagus is falling apart. Jar. You look determined, my friend. Are you entering the humidity crib? It gives me an eerie feeling. Are you sure you're prepared for what's in there? In any case, take these. Fruit always brings gardener comfort in stressful situations. Good luck, my friend. Oh, that's super helpful. So the button that we use to pick up fruit is obviously the same one that we use to enter it. So when the fruit passed by, I naturally went to pick it up, and it's just put me straight in there. Bloody amazing design. Well done. No confirmation prompt or anything. And you must have known that people would do this. For fuck's sake. Every slay, every shattered incubator, your destructive spree ends here as you atone for your unpalatable behaviour. Now bear witness to my triumph in the awakening. As I fulfill the prophecy. Oh, we're going to have to fight it. Of course we are. Oh, that's just an AoE, is it? Okay, phase 2 complete. One. I assume we have to hit these back at her or something. Okay, that just showered them together, because of course it did. Can't even see what's going on. Also, we've got no extractor here, of course. So we've got no double jump, no abilities. Oh, for fuck's sake. All I want to do is get one of these things into the state where it's gonna... But they don't want to do it. Twice for that? By that. I am Qualia, called of the Chamisel, Chalice of Beria. The demon Ultros will be delivered, but there is nothing to hold back the dark influence. There is no balance. And without the Chamisel, the loop failsafe will no longer trigger automatically. You must activate the program manually. The Tenebra Caligarum, the extractor anchored outside the humidicrib, it responds to you. And with the Chamisel seal gone, all program restrictions should be lifted. Use it to trigger the loop failsafe, please. I am much too... That's the wrong with 2. I am much too, 00, weakened to even try to hold back the darkness, but I think I can get you the extractor. The returner program's true function has been unlocked. There. I must rest. So tired. Trigger the failsafe. And please, remember me. Remember that I helped. That I... Take the violent path towards awakening Ultros. Out of darkness is born the light. So this is ending 1, I assume. But... it's not New Game Plus, but we're essentially going back into the loop. And we're starting off. Ah, we're starting off with all the things. Ah, okay. So this is our... essentially, this is our second half of game. So we've got ending 1, and now we can spend the time, because we are in control. Does it actually tell us? Oh, that's what that did. So that was probably quite useful having found that. See, this is a Shamacel's thing in the background. So of the 8, we are essentially the 8th, aren't we? My friend. Don't worry, Gardner remembers. We have met before, yeah? The Wisps and Gardner took the liberty of returning your extractor to you, but we weren't sure if you still wanted the sword. We left it over there by the stasis chamber. Oh, we repaired that too. Oh, these gardens have grown and thrived through the strangest of times. And with the Shamacel gone, the wind's humming in the trees is different. Gardner's mind feels... oh, it remembers the reason for coming here in the first place. Now, the old stomping grounds of Trellis call for Gardner to return with all discoveries. Wisp friends have connected with this escape pod here and entwined the biomes to the tune of the cosmos. The pod can carry us both, my friends. Home or wherever our souls yearn to go. Gardner is ready. When you feel done, enter the pod and we're off. Huh. So that is our... Do I want to click on this? I don't know. I feel like... this game's design has been of a type where this is a point of no return and there's no way of returning to this. That just feels like something that they would do in terms of their design. So I think I'm going to go see if I can back up my save and finish putting together the kind of rough version of this, whilst I've got some stuff unlocked, because the game's done a piss poor job of retaining information on this map. So I think I'll do that, and then we'll come back and see exactly what happens when we click on that. Because it's possible that all I've got left now is just wandering around and laboriously and tediously trying to connect everything up. And honestly, I don't think that's going to be very fun. And if it weren't for the fact that I want to make sure I've got the full map unlocked, I'd probably just say, you know what? We've finished the game. We've got one ending. And I suspect that's what a lot of people will do. I think very few people, without some kind of quality of life changes, I think very, very few people are going to bother actually trying to get the 100% on this. Just because it looks like it's going to be very, very dull to get there. But I could be wrong. You know, maybe 75%, 80%, 90% of people on Steam are going to 100% this. But based on my general kind of knowledge of what the Metroidvania community is like, I mean, the game's been getting 8.5s and 9s. It's like, why? It's got some great ideas, but its implementation is... it leaves a lot to be desired. There have been multiple moments where I've gone, oh, this is really cool, this is really exciting, this is really novel, I've never seen anybody do this. And then each of those moments has been stretched so thin that the kind of positive impact that they have has been buried under compost's worth of tedium. We'll come back and we'll see. If there's more to this video, if it doesn't just end here, then it'll be that I've decided that I'm just going to record one last little bit and I can't be bothered with the rest. I don't know. But yeah, we'll go see what the map kind of situation is like, and then we'll come back. It'd be nice if now that we've done that, the map would just stay open, but something tells me that's not the way this game is going to work. My friend, you've done everything you could here. There's no shame in leaving things behind. It's just how we make room for new journeys. Yeah. My friend, you've done everything you... That's the same dialogue. And that's going to roll credits, I assume. Okay. Developed by Haddock. A lot of very interesting concepts, ideas, and mechanics poorly executed. I think a lot of people are going to like the look and ideas enough that they will push past the poor implementation of a lot of the things. You know, the graphic design has generally been, you know, very, very interesting and stimulating. But in terms of, is it a fun game? In places, it is a fun game. But in order to get the rest of the achievements and to get to the rest of the areas, it feels like it's going to be really, really tedious. A bit of a slog. So, yeah. I don't know. I really, really hoped that this was going to have gameplay to match its outlandish visuals. But it's weird. I'm obviously big into maps. So I like how the map dynamically updates with the different plant lives and the different kind of life network that you can run all around it. I think that's really, really cool. But I really dislike the way things get reset on it. I dislike the way that all the shortcuts that you've opened up get closed unless there happens to be a plant that you can put in a particular place to keep it open. It's... I can see why, from a narrative perspective, it does what it does, because the literal idea is that you are looping, you are resetting to a fixed point in time where you haven't done those things, except that that's clearly not how it's working. Because if that was true, then the plants wouldn't stay planted. The trees wouldn't stay growing, and so on and so forth. You know, if you're going to have some things persist across the loop, why not have everything persist across the loop? But then you can't fight the bosses again. You can't redo bits and pieces in terms of connecting things up. But there's a difference between having the bosses reset and having the shortcuts that you've opened reset in a metroidvania. And that's what bugs me. It's one of the many things that bugs me. We've got all the abilities. Now, I don't think we've necessarily got the upgrades for each of them, but we've got all of the abilities. So we can now explore the rest of the map to unlock the rest of the Cortex things, because I'm pretty certain at this point that there are going to be enough mycelium to lock in every single ability. I would be very surprised if there wasn't. But the question is, how long is it going to take to get to those things? Because that's the issue. Is this just gonna... I'm hoping this will just put us back outside the pod. It will. Okay. So, from here then, the objective is that we, and by we I mean that I open up every single piece of map. This may sadden some of you, but I'm afraid that is the end of the playthrough for YouTube. There are 20-ish more hours of game recorded for this. 20 hours of trying to connect up all of the shaman pods to the living network. And I do it. I do it because I'm a stubborn idiot. And when I finally got some of them connected, I must admit, it felt really good. But that feeling wasn't worth the amount of frustration that it took me to get there. And the proper ending, the good ending, the peaceful ending of the game, whilst very cool and with great visuals and great music, wasn't worth an extra 20 hours of obtuse gameplay and mechanics that didn't feel quite right, and controls and combat that were lackluster in many, many ways. The game does a lot of things right, but it does a lot of fundamentals wrong. The biggest issue that it turns out I had, and I can talk about this now that, you know, I'm far removed from actually playing this section of the game. The biggest problem, the one thing that the game really needed to make clear in some way, shape or form, was that the little bugs that you can make your friends, it never explained to me in game why feeding the bugs was a good idea. We had that one tiny thing right back on like loop 2 or 3 where Gardner said, oh, you can make the bugs happy and they won't, you know, they won't mess with you. And that literally was all I got about the bugs. But what they actually do, if you make them happy, is that they will create soil patches for you. Nowhere in the game did this explain it to me, and I could have cut off probably 5 to 10 hours of trying to get these things connected up if that one thing had been explained in any way, shape or form. And that's what pisses me off so much about the decisions in this game. Just one more tiny piece of tutorial dialogue to explain that, yes, if you befriend the bugs, they can help you garden the land, or they can help till the soil, or just something. Some hint that they do more than just not attack you. But I didn't get it. A couple of people have told me in YouTube comments that actually they did get a message, something along those lines. So why I didn't, I don't know. But I went back and I skimmed through all of my footage, and I can only find the one time where Gardener talks about the bugs and says nothing about the ground and the soil there. So once you've got the splicer upgrade and you can move the bugs around to wherever you want, it means that you can take nice, happy, well-fed bugs, put them in whatever room you want, and you can connect the living network up that way. It will take a while, because, you know, you still need to feed the bugs and restart the loop and so on and so forth. And by the time I got to, like, loop 14 or 15, which is what I think I ended the actual game on, my patience was gone, realistically. But yeah, once I got to, and I managed, there's one episode that I might put up where finally things click and I managed to connect up 3 zones all in one go. But I'm not gonna, I have no desire to watch back most of this footage again, because it will just make me frustrated and annoyed that simple things that I was trying to do, I wasn't able to do because of the game's really poor job of explaining things. So my final verdict, such as it is on Ultros, is that it's stuck in C tier for me. It's got great visuals, it's got good music, it's got some really, really cool ideas. And if these were all done well, then it would be up in B or A tier easily. But it's absolutely god-awful controls for the thruster and for the wall jump, which just keeps going off all the time unless you are holding the stick, or I mean, it works. It doesn't work properly with the D-pad, so you know there's an issue. The controls are bad in a lot of ways. The zone design is fine, but the shortcuts resetting themselves is not fine in a Metroidvania. This is not a good Metroidvania. It's a good puzzle game in a Metroidvania shell. It's a gardening puzzle game with some Metroidvania elements. And I will die on that hill, I think. I can't put my hand on my heart and say, yeah, this is a really great Metroidvania experience, because I don't think it is. I think a lot of the things that a good Metroidvania does, this game tries to do and doesn't succeed at. So, yes, is it worth playing? Yeah. Is it worth getting to ending A? Yeah. Is it worth the time trying to figure out how to 100% it? Without a guide? No. No, I don't think it is. I had some flashes of real enjoyment in the extra 20 hours that I put in. But not enough for me to honestly say, yeah, I recommend everybody does it. Just look up the peaceful ending on YouTube. I've said my piece on Ultros, a game that does a lot of things right, but an equal or greater number of things wrong. For me. Obviously, your mileage, as I keep on saying, is going to vary. And if this is one of your favourite games of 2024, more power to you. It wasn't one of mine. Thank you very much for watching. Anyway, apologies for the somewhat mixed ending to this, but it's a very mixed game, and therefore I've got very mixed feelings on it. Thank you for watching anyway. Thank you for sticking with it if you've made it this far. I appreciate that a lot of this playthrough has been me umming and ahhing about how to do something that may have been, or things that may have been, very, very obvious to you. Everybody's got a different brain. I do have one. Every now and again I use it. This one tried to make me use it in things that I didn't have the information to process through obtuse mechanics, bad tutorials, awful controls. Have a great day. Cheerio. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, why not click the like button and consider subscribing. Remember, you can ring the bell notification icon to get notified when new videos go live. And until next time, cheerio.